Hello friends, here is Dr. PRAMOD AMBADASRAO PAWAR. You can have a look at the book entitled Ubiquity, backside of the cover page. I would like to read out the poetry written by me. First of all, I would like to read foreword, which is written by Hans Nadav, writer and literary critic, CEO, Na and Partners, Cameroon. The book has been published in Cameroon, Central South Africa. So here is a foreword for your understanding of the text. And after reading the foreword, I would like to read the whole poetry in front of you all. And in turn, what exactly I expect from you is to have feedback, different opinions, comments on the text. So here is a foreword. Pursuing Ubiquity by Pawar Pramod has indeed given me another impression about India. The India Africans, or precisely Cameroonians, are exposed to is a country that has made significant progress in information technology, ophthalmology, electrical engineering, and above all, their booming film industry. Power Promo's meticulously crafted lines in Ubiquity have again come to notify me that Indians are equally making giant strides in the direction of poetry. Written in 5 parts, Pawar philosophizes on varied themes that portray the ubiquitous quality of nature. Some of these themes include time, truth, birth, death, beauty, words, light, darkness, science, work, and religion. The form of his poetry is unique, but it in no way blurs the profundity and relevance of the concerns he raises in his work. Instead, it reflects the abundance or varieties that color nature. In a rare but appealing style, Pawar successfully documents his thoughts about the realities and controversies surrounding human existence, especially man's littleness and helplessness in the face of cruel but powerful forces of nature. Like the 20th century American novelist Theodore Dreiser, who championed naturalism in the American literary imagination, Power Promotes Ubiquity equally poses pertinent questions about the uncertainty of human life and the precarious living conditions of man. Determinism is a recurrent spirit that animates the reader's consciousness as he or she goes through the lines of this work. Another striking element in Pawar's poetry is his transcendentalist ideology. In philosophizing about the self in part 3, he stresses on the uniqueness of every individual, the empowerment of the individual, and the need for hard work, like what Ralph Waldo Emerson emphasizes in his essay entitled Self-Reliance. Like Emerson, Pawar sees nature as the source of all inspiration. Pawar's interest and worry about nature propel him to incessantly question, if not express doubts about the destiny of the individual, especially in a world in which controversies abound. The following expressions drawn from Ubiquity further portray Pawar's thoughts about the controversies surrounding human life. Success is failure. Failure is success. Light is darkness. Darkness is light. One is a beginning, one is an ending. Present is past. Past is future. Perhaps the most glaring glimmer of hope that is evoked is this beautifully crafted poem, Resides in Religion. His references to God in expressions like forgiveness is divine, all walk along a way to God. All pray for him can be interpreted as what can lead man to his salvation. The expression redemption is the final door, as reiterated by the poet, appears to be the ultimate hope or the safest escapist channel that one can use to flee from the thorns that plague human life. Ubiquity by Dr. Pawar Pramod Ambadasrao is indeed a fascinating piece of poetry. Every lover of poetry and philosophy should have it in his or her liberty. So here is the foreword of the book entitled Ubiquity. So here you can look at the picture. So here is Yama, this one, and here three human beings this side. So this is the door of redemption, the human life, and we don't know exactly where we go after that. So it can be assumed by the human life that human life is the golden opportunity for human beings to redeem themselves from the cyclical pattern of birth and death and have permanence, stillness, peace of mind, and our spiritual union with the supreme power. So let me read the poem. So this is the crux of the poem. Redemption is the final door to all human beings in this world. So let's go through the text. So the poem is very simple to comprehend, but very difficult to fathom the intricacies in the poem. It's very difficult to exactly understand what I mean through this poem. So let's go through the words, through the text, so that you can have the essence of the poem. In a sense, the poem is all about human redemption from the cyclical pattern of birth and death. So here are 5 parts. I would like to read the first part of the poem. That is part first. Nature thy incomprehensible, within the same, without, resides omniscient to all, resides omniscient to all. Human redemption darkened by the eternal time, lost in tears forever, lost in tears forever. Invisible power surpasses all life, death, and time, just fluxes of time, just fluxes of time. Self within, self without. Often rest you all into peace. Words spring from the inner self, merges into the eternal time. Mute silence in grave, mute silence in grave. Self enlightens the self. Self for selves and the self. Within is without. Within is without. I am what I am. You are what you are. Beyond human intelligence. Beyond human intelligence. I'm there where you are. You are merely a performer. Believe in me, believe in me. I exist in me now. You dwell into me then. You are here where you are. You are here where you are. I am what you are. You are what I am. I am what I am. I am what I am. Plunge into the self and what? Plunge into the self. What I am. Purify thy soul. Saint I am. Unreturned, I am from where I home. Unreturned, I am from where I home. Think you can, you can. Think you can, you can. You can do if you can. You can do if you can. Conceal where I am. Let me escape from where I am. Do me a favor if you can. Do me a favor if you can. I am the whole depart me if you can. Hear me not again. Hear me no again. Not to talk about me, you have fired the self into darkness. Enlighten the self. Enlighten the self. I am not the body, I am not the mind. Silence I am. Silence I am. Your birth I am, your death I am. In a stone I am, in a tree I am. Love I am, hatred I am, fear I am, despair I am. All presence is mine. All of sense is mine. Soft voices within is mine. Soft voices within is mine. Your sin I am not. Your injustice I am not. I am not what I am for. I mean what I mean. I do not mean what I mean. I do not mean what you mean. I do not mean what you mean. I know what I know. You do not know what you know. You do not, you know what you know. You know what you know. All I know, you ought to know. All you know, you ought to know. You do not mean what I mean. You do not mean what I mean. I am born for action. I live and die for action. Action begets redemption. Action begets redemption. I am born for sufferings. Live longer for sufferings. Suffering begate sufferings. Sufferings begate sufferings. I am born on time, live in distress on infertile land. I have left my home. I have left my home. I am born for him. I live for him. He redeems us all. He redeems us all. I will end where I begin. I begin where you end. You will begin where I end. You will begin where I end. I will go when you come. I will come when you end. You will go when I come. You will come when I go. I understand what I read. I read what I understand. I mean what I read. I mean what I read. So here is the first part of this poetry. So I'm reading the second part of this poetry. You do not mean what I say. You say what I do not mean. I say what you do not mean. I say what you do not mean. I read what you do not read. You read what I do not read. I do not read what you read. I do not read what you read. I speak what I do not speak. You do not speak what you speak. I speak what I do not mean. I speak what I do not mean. You write what you do not mean. You mean what you mean. I do not write what I mean. I do not write what I mean. Nature means what she means. We do not mean what she means. We mean what we mean. We mean what we mean. All is in what all is out. All is out what all is in. Within is without is all. Within and without is all. All I think what I am. I'm not what you think. I'm what I think. I'm what I think. I'm in what you study. I'm out what you study. I'm what I never study. I'm what I never study. I'm there where you find me. I dwell deeper into you where you find. I do not find you where you dwell. I do not find you where you dwell. I'm in lotus where you are. I smile where I am. I'm still where I am. I'm still where I am. I'm stressed where I am. I am helpless where you are. You are where I am. You are where I am. Do not find me where I am. I am there where you are. You do not find where I am. You do not find where I am. I sense what you feel. You do not feel what I sense. You do not sense what I feel. You need to sense what I feel. I go into you where you can. I go directed where the path ends. I ask you all about where you are. I ask you all about where you are. I hear you where you are. You do not hear me where I am. You hear me where I am. You hear me where I am. I behold thy eyes where you are. You strengthen the spirit where you are, where you are. I am soul, what your body is. I am soul, what your beat is. I am there where you are. I am there where you are. A holy soul will know what I am, what I mean. Rest will say what I do not mean. You do not mean what I mean. You do not mean what I mean. I mean what I do not mean. Words will mean what you do not mean. Then you mean what words mean. I mean what I do not mean. I mean what I do not mean. Think. Think what I mean. I mean what I mean. I do not mean what you mean. I do not mean what you mean. Time is truth. Truth is time. Time is eternal. I mean the truth. I mean the truth. All I mean what he means. I mean what he means. Sinner you are. You purify me. Sinner you are. You purify me. All is his. Nothing is mine. All is his. Nothing is mine. All is mine. What all is his. All will be yours. What all is his. All will be yours. What all is his. All are born to die. All are born to die. All we die to be born. Births and deaths, flux. Births and deaths, flux. Time heals wounds when you are born. Time begets new life when you die. Time is permanent, beauty not. Time is permanent, beauty not. Time defeats beauty, all a lie. Beauty enslaves time, all a lie, all a tie. Time defeats beauty, all a lie. Beauty enslaves time, all a tie. Beauty is physique, but time eternal. Beauty is physique, but time eternal. I am everywhere what I am. I am nowhere where I am. Absence is presence. Absence is presence. I pen all his words. I do not pen what I do not mean. I pen what he means. I pen what he means. All philosophy is truth. All truth we all know. Time moves on. Time moves on. Lives I suffer to meet him. Love I share to hug him. All I mean who he is. All I mean who he is. I am where you are. You are who I am. Identity is ubiquitous. Identity is ubiquitous. Here I see him with thousands of hands and feet. Here I do not see him. Here I do not see him. I do not know. He is in me. Stand still. You do not know, you do not know. All you do, he sees you. All you say, he hears you. He dwells in you and me. He dwells in me and you. He is unmoved, moves me. He is within, sounds me. He is without, hints at me. He is without, hints at me. He who senses, feels me. He who is invisible rests in me. He who is unknown knows me. He who is unknown knows me. He is the light, enlightens me. He is the life, kindles in me. He is the breeze, touches me. He is the breeze, touches me. He is life, he is death. He is the light, he is the light. He is omniscient, knows me. He is silent, talks to me. He is at the center, wheels me. He is at the center, wheels me. Divine face smiles at me. Divine face smiles at me. Open ears, listen to me. Long stretched hands encircle me. Long stretched hands encircle me. I do not know, I do not know. Pinch me and the self. Thousands of eyes still behold you. Thousands of eyes still behold you. Who is great? A saint or God? Absence, abstract one that concretes another. You find me, I meditate him. You found me, I meditate him. How long I bear the darkness of light, all my eyes blinded with his sight. All dark, dark, silence in the wood. All dark, dark, silence in the wood. Here is the truth, here is the beauty. All light, light, his presence is might. All light, light, his presence is might. All I say, true to you all, awaiting for a final call. All I said, true to you all, awaiting for a final call. Why I suffer, I do not know. Why I suffer, I do not know. So the second part of poetry is Aha. So here I would like to go for the third part of poetry. So please listen to it carefully so that you can interpret it very well. Sorry for disturbance. So now I'm comfortable to read the next part of the poetry. Part 3. All insects sting me not to write. All I write, what comes to my sight. Deep, deep into water, I lost my key. Deep, deep into water, I lost my key. We do not know what life is. All birds, trees know what it is. All we mean what life means. All we mean what life means. A philosopher writes what he sees the world. He writes what he does not know. He does not know. He does not know. A critic combs the world unknown. He means what he knows. He knows not. He knows not. Text means what it never means. Text means what it never means. Reader means what he means. I am behind the text you read. I am behind the text you read. I am behind the text you read. Words mean what they never mean. Nature means what she means. Nature means what she means. Reading is beyond words. Writing is with words. Writing is with words. Sound first, then speech. Or speech follows the sound, or speech follows the sound. Reading is what is not written. Reading is what is not written. Writing is the word. Writing is the word. Speaking is what the self has made. Speaking is what the self has made. Listening is a shadow of words, fades away. Listening is a shadow of words, fades away. Listening is a shadow of words, fades away. I understand when I write. I do not understand what I write. Who knows what ideas strike the poet's mind? Who knows what ideas strike the poet's mind? Who knows what ideas strike the poet's mind? A poet does not know what he writes. A poet does not know what he writes as he reads what he writes. At time he writes, time may know what he writes. At time he writes, time may know what he writes. Readers read what he reads, what he writes. They do not know what he writes. They do not know what he writes. They do not know what he writes. All questions of life I pen as I write. All questions of life I pen as I write. All wounds of life mock as I write. All experiences of life cry as I write. All experiences of life cry as I write. Who strikes ideas in the mind? Ideas beget ideas in the mind. Who paints ideas in the world? Who paints ideas in the world? All I pen now, all I understand. All I do not know what all I pen. All I pen, all I understand. All I pen, all I understand. People you meet always say what they are. Saints you meet always say what they are. Restless to know who you are. Restless to know who you are. People talk about what they are. You talk about what you are not. People talk about what they are. You talk about what you are not. Who are you? Who are you? Time heals you as you feel time. Time loves you as you conquer time. Time knocks at the door. Time knocks at the door. As the death bell rings, death summons you all. As the death bell rings, death summons you all. Death summons you all. Science is what we know. Philosophy is what we know not. Art conceals the truth. Art conceals the truth. I say it's me. I do not say it's mine. I say it's me. I do not say it's mine. Body and the soul stand poles apart. Body and the soul stand poles apart. Who am I? Who am I? I need to know. As I do not know, as I do not know. Who are you? Who are you? You need to know as you do not know, as you do not know. Life is an enigma, unpredictable to you all. Life I know is not mine. Life is an enigma, unpredictable to you all. Life I know is not mine. Life I know is not mine. All known is unknown. All known is unknown. Unknown known. All possible is impossible. All possible is impossible. All possible is impossible. Question the self. Question the self. Question the self. Who are you sitting still within me? Who are you sitting still within me? Here I in me suffers. Here I lie unruffled. I in me cries, I in me cries. Who is I in me? That's the question. Who is I in me? All I can see. Who is I in me? All that I can see. Can you see I in you? Can you see I in you? All that I can see a few. All that I can see a few. I in you is silent. I in you is silent. Silence is sublime. Silence is sublime. I in me is in. I in me is in. I in me is out. I in me is out. Sitting within me still. Sitting within me still. Once I come here, I still remember. Once I live here, once I live here. All memory is not with me. All memory I lost with time. Recalling moments I feel with time. Recalling moments I feel with time. All will cry when I leave. All will cry when I leave. Drops will dry like dew. Drops will dry like dew. All smile when I am born. All smile when I am born. As a victor on the battlefield I have sown. Here I come, I go. Here I come and I go. Here I come and I go. I have no fear. I have no dear. I have no fear. I have no dear. Darkness unmasks cruel times. Darkness unmasks cruel times. Darkness unmasks cruel times. All I know, I die one day. All I know, I die one day. Still I lead my life for another day. Still I lead my life for another day. I do not know I will come again. I do not know I will come again. I do not know I will come again. Sins take births. Sins take births. I do not know who suffers in me. I do not know what sins suffer me. I do not know what suffers in me. I do not know what sins suffer me. I do not know what sins suffer me. All are sane with experience. That is a shadow of truth. All, all are sane with experience. That is a shadow of truth that marks wisdom. All are sane with experience. That is a shadow of truth that marks wisdom. That marks wisdom. I see what I do not see. I feel what you do not feel. I sense what you do not sense. I sense what you do not sense. You may not see what I see. You see what I may not see. I feel what I may not feel. I feel what I may not feel. I know why I'm born. I know why I am born. I know why I'm torn. I know what I have sown, what I have sown. Immortality is rolled on. I in me knows. Immortality is rolled on. I in me knows thy infinity that I behold, thy infinity that I behold. I can touch you, may not feel it. I can sense you, may not defy it. I is a door, you know. I is a door, you know. Ask me that you can, search for me that you can. Who am I? Who am I? I in me knows me. I in me knows me. I is another entity. I do not know the rest. I do not know the rest. So here, the fourth part of the poetry is over. Then here is the next part of the poetry. So just a little bit of adjustment. that I would like to make. So this is the fourth part of poetry. So I'd like to finish the fourth part of the poetry. Now I'm comfortable to read it. It's a long poetry. This is the fourth part of the poetry entitled from the book Ubiquity. So let's go for this part. So in this poem, what is important to understand is that we are talking about human redemption, permanence, stillness, and human release from the cyclical pattern of birth and death. Man is always restless. Man is in search of God. Where is God? God is within you. Plus, God dwells all around you. God dwells in every particle. So it's you, what you sense. It's you, what you feel. It's you, what you experience, experiment. So all is about you. Because every man is every bit. Everyone thinks in his own fashion, in his own style. So that's why interpretations may differ. Interpretations always lead you to confusion, complexity, enigma. So it's up to you how you decide, what you think about your own life, and what makes you redeem from the cyclical pattern of birth and death. Different religions interpret life differently, but all mean the same. That's what I mean. All mean the same. That's what I mean. So we are talking about abstract things. And it's very difficult to talk about abstract things in a concrete world. So let me read the fourth part of the poetry. So you have your own choice to interpret things as you listen to the words from my poetry and comment on it as you think of. Part number fourth. Mirrors conceal I in me, shadow scares I in me. I cannot behold you further, I cannot behold you further. Success is failure, failure success. Failure succeeds but unconquered. Failure succeeds but unconquered. I dream the truth of the universe. I dream a universe of the truth. You dream a universe of the truth. Dream is the world that is full of scream. Dream is the world that is full of scream. Dream is the word of the world. Dream is what I behold in time. That is what I do not see. That is what I never predict. That is what I never predict. I am alone. I am hopeful. Light is shadow. Light is shadow. I am blind. I am blind. Light is darkness when I behold thee. When I behold thee. I enlighten you. Darkness is light. When I behold you, when I behold you. One is a beginning, one is an ending. One is a beginning, one is an ending. All begin and end into me. All begin and end into me. I am the power. I am the power that is invisible to you. I am the power that is invisible to you. Invisible force I have been. Invisible force that I have been, I do action to meet the absolute. I do action to meet the absolute. How many times I bounce back? How many times I bounce back? Who am I? Who am I? Just do your karmas. Just do your karmas. Life is His. Life is His. He makes me suffer. Life is His. He makes me suffer. Life I lead is worth. Past sins, torture. I still suffer. I in me cries. I still suffer. I in me cries. I still suffer. I in me cries. For what I lead my life, I do not know. Hope is life. For what I lead my life, I do not know. Hope is life. Every life is a hope. It's a sin. Every life is a hope. It's a sin. Every life is a hope. It's a sin. Every life I beg for redemption. I long for stillness and exception. Every life I beg for redemption. I long for stillness and exception. Samadhi I attain now. Samadhi I attain now. I am for redemption. I have been for redemption. I earn for redemption. I earn for redemption. I look into the past to know how much I lost. I look into the past to know how much I lost. I walk into the future to know thy nature. I walk into the future to know thy nature. Present is past, past is future. Present is past, past is future. Future is the absolute. Future is the absolute. I am in the past, present and future. I am in the past, present and future to unmask the truth of time. I am for thee, within I am. I am for thee, within I am. Feel me in you, find me out. Feel me in you, find me out. Sense me out, find me in. Sense me out, find me in. Without and within I am. Without and within I am. How many times I bounce back? How many times I fail to succeed? All mystery is His. All mystery is His. Sense the senseless, evil resides in you. Sense the senseless, evil resides in you. Purify thyself, purify thyself. Mask is deception, face is perception. Mask is deception, face is perception. Time is redemption, beauty is veneration. Evil is within, evil is within, sin is without. Fruit is forbidden for you and for me. Fruit is forbidden for you and for me. I am born for redemption, I live for redemption, I die for redemption. I am born for redemption, I live for redemption, I die for redemption. Lives I beget redemption. I look into the time that how much I did. I look into the time that how much I did. I look forward to time that directs me to actions. That directs me to actions. I think of the present time, what my past is all about. I think of the present time, what my past is all about. Present is for you and me. Present is for you and me. What you are is sin. What you were is sin. I am for you, within I am. I am for you, within I am. Fear, worries, and despair, none dwells within me. I fear what I do not know. I fear what I do not know. I am to do a lot. I am to do a lot. Time is not enough. Thousands of lives I get rid of being a sinner. I am to do a lot. Time is not enough. Thousands of lives I get rid of being a sinner. Here I come, here I go. Here I come, here I go. Meaning of life, yet not known. Here I come, here I go. Meaning of life, not known, yet not known. Good actions redeem me. Good actions redeem me. Let me work till work says how much you work. Let me work, till work says, how much you work, I get drenched into work, I do. Keep an eye, on eye now, tears soaked into ocean of eyes. Life is an action, that all I mean. Life is action, that all I mean. Inner purity is an outer one. Inner purity is an outer one. You are what you are. Face is a mask of deception. Face is a mask of deception. Behind it, cruel times bark. You just forgive evildoers. Mind makes all that evil. All evil is good. All good is evil. All evil is good. All good is evil. Forgive who made me suffer. Forget what had happened. Forget what had happened. Forgiveness is divine. Forgetting is sublime. Forgiveness is divine, forgetting is sublime. Keep your senses pure. You will sense me all around you. Keep your senses keep your senses pure. You will sense me, all around you. I'm in you. I am in you. Learn what you do not know. Teach what you have learned. All is pre-planned. All is pre-planned. Science with belief unravels the truth and its meaning. All is not proven. Science with beliefs unravels the truth and its meaning. All is not proven. All is not proven. I am an item. I love the nature. So she loves me forever. All is from her. Food you have is mind to behave, act, and purify the self. Food you have is mind to behave, act, and purify the self. Not all is the intellect. Someone mistakes the self. Not all is the intellect. Someone mistakes the self. In a chain of life, I got stuck in a flux of time. In a chain of life, I got stuck in a flux of time. I am directionless. I am directionless. A sufferer of body is imprisoned. A sufferer of body, a sufferer of mind has set free. Hope still lingers within. Hope still lingers within. Redemption is a final door to escape me and you. All dreams come true. All dreams come true. Thinkers think what they can. They say not what they can. Do we trust what they say? Do we trust what they say? So here the fourth part of the poetry is over. The last part of the poetry is going to be read in front of you all. So thank you very much for listening to me for hours together. So here is the last but not least, the last portion of my poetry, that is from page number 48 onwards. So let's focus on this. I want to finish it. Last part of poetry, that is part number fifth. So listen to the words and what they exactly interpret. Fifth part of poetry. It's okay. Keep an intellect aside and seep into the self. Keep an eye on eye. Keep an eye on eye. Every moment hints at me. It hints at the future of time. Keep an eye on me. Keep an eye on eye. Keep an eye on eye. Every moment means a lot. That springs from deep ocean. The sky is full of particles, where infinity is the horizon. The sky is full of particles, where infinity is the horizon. I am present in all religions. Presence is absence. I am present in all religions. Presence is absence. Search for me within, and you will find me without. Search for me within, and you will find me without. All pray for me. All pray for me. You must a silent actor. You must a silent actor. Humanity is a religion. All said much more. Awaken the self, kindle the self. All walk along a way to God. All walk along a way to God. On foot you may tread stony path. Wake up, the bell rings now. Wake up, the bell rings now. Pack up now all those with you. Time is near, time is fleeting. Beware of the time, beware of the time. Can the world know who I am? Intellect has enmity upon you. Just overcome intellect and seep into me. I am the religion, I am the science. I am the mystery, I am the universe. Every center, every sentence decenters. Defining is a meaning. Defining is a meaning. All meanings are one. I am the absolute. A meaning is for meanings. All meanings have a center. I am the absolute. I am the absolute. If you ask me what I have written, I may not mean what I mean now. Now I mean what I write. What I write. I mean not as I write not. Why the meaning escapes when I write. And when I read, I never read what I mean. The structure holds the meaning. Do meanings have their structures? If they have structures, then why they mean what is not meant? Languages make me interpret what I mean. Do words mean what I mean? Here comes difference. All is human utterance. Here comes difference. All is human utterance. I play with words. Words play with words. I look for perfection that resides within me. To meet him, the absolute, the power. End is a thought. Beginning is an inquiry. Need to know who I am. Need to know who I am. No life is absurd. No life is absurd. Absurd is thought. No time is cruel. All is the wrath of time. No time is cruel. All is the wrath of time. Two people are at quarrel. One thinks God is, another says no God. Months, years passed. The former convinces people how he is right. The latter does as the former. All wisdom explored within with a change in perceptions. All wisdom explored with a change in perceptions. The former who says God is now says no God. And the latter says God is not, now says God is. Words never mean what you mean. They merely mean what you mean not. Go beyond words. Word is the time. No existence for years. No existence for years. No existence for years. Yes is nowhere. No existence for years. Yes is nowhere. Yes is the presence of no. Yes is the presence of no. No is the absence of yes. No is the absence of yes. Light is the absence of darkness. Light is the absence of darkness. Darkness is the presence of light. Darkness is the presence of light. Light is darkness. Light is darkness. All darkness is light, and darkness is light. Absence is presence, presence absence. Absence is presence, presence absence. Know thy presence, absence is presence. There will be a time when all interpretations cease at a still point. There will be a time when all interpretations cease at a still point, the absolute. Feel my presence in you always. Nothing is all, nothing is all. You are the power always, feel it so. All is possible, all is possible. All is everything, everything is me. All is nothing for those who need to sink into sea. Absolutely controls mind, as mind senses body. Your words are futile, sense is me. No structure binds me. No pattern frames me. No structure binds me. No pattern frames me. I mean what I mean. I mean what I mean. Perhaps I'm alive or dead. Perhaps I'm alive or dead, an entity resting behind the bushes, or breeze blowing all around you, blowing all around you. Thank you.